Mike Gill, State of Corruption. Auto Fair, Andy Cruz. It's your turn. You don't think I've been sleeping on you, do you? No. I've been working undercover. Right. We had a salesman inside. You don't believe me? Let's step through a few things. I promise you a big close, though. All right? Have you looked at the people coming out of Auto Fair Nashua? Here's a gentleman right here, Matthew Webb. Busted selling heroin. Right? Auto Fair. Oh, this guy Reynolds. You'll love him. He only sent himself 20 pounds of hashish, $120,000 worth of product. Right. Auto Fair, Nashua. We're not done. Disturbance leads to drug arrest. Trevor Fox. That smiling bastard, right? Drugs. Auto Fair, Auto Fair, Auto Fair. Not a coincidence. You may have heard, or maybe you didn't. Another salesman was intoxicated and just ran over a customer in Nashua. Right. In fact, this guy, Trevor Fox, he was working at the top of the parking lot where they're selling the drugs. Literally at Auto Fair in Nashua. Right? You get to buy a car and drugs. All right. But let's get into the real nitty-gritty of this. You ready? Let's connect them to the drugs. Now, who is Andy fucking Cruz? Now, everything in my research says that he is a half-wit. So, how the hell did he become a principal at Auto Fair, one of the largest dealers in the country? Well, let's see where he was. Do you know where he was doing before Auto Fair? He comes in and he buys in. He was an executive manager, a manager at a Chevrolet in St. Louis. He was there for a year and 6 months, and the place was open for, 88 years, and now it took a dumper. That's how good that asshole is. But I want you to understand this. He leaves in July, it says, of 06. It's got him moving to New Hampshire from St. Louis, where the dealership he was working for is failing after nearly 100 years. So in other words, he comes as a manager. He should have been lucky to get a sales job. And he buys in? The hell did he get the money? And if he had all that money, what was he doing working as a manager in a failed car lot? I'll tell you why. Our boy Cruz has an expertise. Half of it being the half-wit. So he comes up here and gets into Auto Fair. Now, do you know who comes to work for Auto Fair? And it says here, August of 06. George Sahoyas. Georgie, a Greek from Manchester, right, that turns around and gets hired pretty much the same month Cruz is the owner. This guy disappears from St. Louis and boom. And your VP is Sahoyas. Now, what if Sahoyas was friends, I don't know, with Anagos? And the need with all his drug money was to launder and cover it up. No better place than credit unions, which I've already told you about, and auto dealerships. Right. So Sahoyas comes in here. Well, let's find out who this guy is. You're not going to see too much back after those 10 years. He is Anagos's guy that's inside Auto Fair watching Cruz. That's who Sahoyas is. In fact, our spy has got it now. It'll come to court. Saying Sahoyas is pulling out $4 million a year. Do you think he's doing it being the VP of sales there? Bullshit. Right. This guy Sahoyas and Jared Sanders, one of the general managers, meet almost nightly at the Copper Door. Now, who owns the Copper Door? Well, Anagos is one of the owners. And Griner. Wait a minute. Exactly. The money was Anna Goss. Cruz didn't have money. He was an idiot. But the perfect buffer and screen. That's what it is. How do you go from broke and being fired to owning one of the largest dealerships or in ownership of it? That's how. Where's the drug connection watching it? Sequoias. He's making $4 million. And by the way, him and this guy, Jared Sanders, are users too. Right. Witnesses. And we can only have to talk to human resources. How many people have quit because they've seen the selling of drugs? Right. My witness did. Right? You fired him for bringing it to your attention. We did that intentionally. Right. And you failed. So every time you buy a car at Auto Fair, I want you to think about these children dying of heroin. Okay? Mike Gill, State of Corruption.